Imagine if everything around you, the people, the places, your very existence, is nothing more than an advanced computer simulation. Does that make you question your reality? This is not a plot of a sci-fi blockbuster, but rather a thought-provoking question that has stumped philosophers, scientists, and thinkers alike. It's an inquiry that delves into the deepest corners of our perception and understanding of reality. Enter the simulation theory, a concept that posits that reality as we understand it might not be real at all. Instead, we could be living in a sophisticated digital imitation, a virtual reality that we accept as our own. A simulation so advanced, so intricate, that it blurs the line between the real and the artificial, making it impossible for us to distinguish one from the other. So, if we are living in a simulation, who then is our programmer? Simulation theory, a concept that sounds straight out of a science fiction novel, is a philosophical proposition that posits we are living in an artificial reality. It's a concept that takes the notion of reality and turns it on its head, suggesting that everything you know, the Earth, the universe, even your own existence, could be the product of an advanced computer simulation. Let's break it down a bit. Imagine a super advanced civilization, technologically eons ahead of us. They've developed the ability to create a simulation so detailed and intricate that it perfectly mimics reality. We, along with everything we know, are part of that simulation. It's like we're characters in an incredibly complex video game, unaware of our real creators. But the theory goes even further. Some versions suggest that the universe itself could be a self-contained simulation. This means that not just Earth, but every star, galaxy, black hole, and cosmic event is part of this grand artificial reality. It's as if the universe is a giant cosmic playground, a sandbox for entities beyond our comprehension. Now, why would such a sophisticated civilization create a simulation like this? There are a number of hypotheses. Perhaps they're studying their own history, or testing out different scenarios for the evolution of life. Or maybe we're just an entertainment program for them, a sort of reality TV show on a cosmic scale. But how can we ever know if we're in a simulation? That's the big question. Some argue that we may never be able to prove it conclusively. Others believe that there might be clues hidden in the fabric of reality, subtle signs that point to our artificial nature. If you think this is all a bit too far-fetched, you're not alone. But let's delve deeper into why some scientists and philosophers believe this could be a possibility. There are several key points that proponents of simulation theory often highlight. Firstly, let's consider the astounding pace of technological advancement. If we look back just 5 decades, the technology we have today would have seemed like science fiction. Now we're creating virtual realities that are increasingly indistinguishable from our physical world. Imagine what we might achieve in another 5 decades, or 100, or 1,000. If this trend continues, it's conceivable that future civilizations could create simulations virtually indistinguishable from reality. Secondly, we must address the concept of ancestor simulation. This is the idea that an advanced civilization might create a simulation of their ancestors, much like how we create historical documentaries or period dramas today. If we accept that such a civilization could exist, then it's plausible that we ourselves are living in one of these ancestor simulations. Another point worth noting is that if a civilization could create a perfect simulation of reality, then they could create countless such simulations. If that's the case, then statistically speaking, it's far more likely that we're living in one of these numerous simulations rather than the one original reality. In addition, proponents of simulation theory often argue that our universe seems to follow mathematical laws and patterns, much like a computer program. From the precise way planets orbit stars, to the predictable behavior of particles in quantum physics, everything appears to operate according to a set of rules. Could these rules be the underlying code of our universe, much like the code behind a video game? In the end, whether we are living in a simulation or not, the theory certainly provides food for thought. After all, questioning our reality is a fundamental part of being human.